What's poppin', peeps? T Money up in the heezy. Extra smiley, extra happy right now. Um, so yesterday, somebody requested that I do an overview of my media book collection, and it's an overwhelming task because I have so many of them, and also kind of like trying to figure out the criteria of what actually can be classified as a media book was kind of tricky, but um, I think I've got gathered together most of. There we go. Most of my media books, so it's going to be quite a few. And what I did for this is I'm keeping it German media books only, or anything like any foreign media books that I have. I'm not including editions like this, which are kind of like the classic camera obscura. Um, it's like a slip cover, and then you pull it out, and it folds open like a media book, sort of. Not this style. This is actually like the camera obscura style. And then not like anything like these big old like Halloween. It's almost like a squishy material. They're like a much thicker. Even though this kind of is a media book, it is sort of, right. It's tough. And then we have like American digibooks that are like media books as well. So like I said, I had a little trouble trying to figure out what exactly to show you guys because I have so many weird, different kinds of editions. But we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to go with the most classic representation of a media book that I could think of is just like this hardcover, and then they open. And for time's sake, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to open up every single one. They're all in their little condoms, so I'm not gonna be taking them out. But I collect media books basically for the collectible value. If it's a movie that I love or I like, and it has a really cool limited release, I really love the artwork. I just think they're really, really cool collectible pieces. I don't watch most of them unless like there's a few examples of movies that I don't have on any other format, but not many. So that's what it is. So let's get into this. It's going to be a long one. Let's put on some tunes. Grab a snack if you guys choose. Because we're going to be here for probably a while. I keep telling myself I should have done this another day because it's so beautiful outside, but whatever. Here we are now. All right. Let's do this, baby. We got the hip hop on. All right, I'm ready. Okay. All right, so first up, The Evil That Men Do. This is from Nameless Media. It's limited to 555. I got number 181. They have a really cool, like, I don't know what you'd call that, holographic number scheme. So that's really nice. And then I love this Silver Bullet. It's such a beautiful cover artwork, one of my favorites. This is like a perfect reason why I love media books, because of artwork like this. It's just beautiful. Then Knucklebones we have. This is one from limited to 1,000 stock. And a lot of these German media book companies are putting out like 4 editions, four different covers. It's a total gimmick that I buy into, and so many other people do, because they are really nice editions, but you find yourself buying them. Like, so if a company puts out cover A, B, C, and D, and it's the exact same release, with the only difference being the cover, it's like, at what point do you stop? At what point is enough enough? It's tough. I mean, I pick and choose my battles with collecting all of the covers just because it's fucking expensive. Unless I really, really love a movie, I'll have like a couple. But anyways, so yeah, so cover A, you'll see that, cover B, whatever. But Knucklebones, limited edition, limited to 1,000 stock. One of my favorite movies of all time, Burial Ground. I own this movie many different formats. Really cool German media book. One of my older ones as well. It says it's under 3,000 stock, but it doesn't have a number. Then we have NSM Records, which is one of my favorite companies for media books. They just put out amazing titles, amazing artwork. So this is 1,500 print run. Most of the media books are limited as well. So you'll see a number on the back. So this one I got 1309 out of 1500. So yeah. This is an American Mediabook, but I just show it because it's one of my prized possessions. I got Linda Blair to sign inside here. It says "Sweet Dreams, Linda Blair." Funny story about her on a side tangent. She's a bitch, for one. But she wouldn't sign. I asked her, I was like, "Could you sign right here, please?" And she was like, "No, there's not enough room. I'll sign right here." And I was like, "Okay, whatever you want to do." She was just not very nice. But anyways, that's that. One of my favorites, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Love this cover artwork. There's a lot of weird, like, no-name Mediabook companies as well, and then there's some more common ones that, like this one, Anolis and Team One, in conjunction with Shout Factory. And a lot of times, if you see that on the back, just for FYI, it just means that they probably, like, got some of the supplemental features for this release from Shout. So they're somehow related to the Shout Factory release that they put out. Maybe it's the same transfer. I don't know. But that sort of thing. The Barbarian, this is an awesome one. A thicker Mediabook release. Look how thick that is. Cook Media, they're another big one. So then I have Deathstalker. I love this cover artwork. I love this movie too. It's a lot of fun. I actually bought the limited Scream Factory edition. And that's how I was turned on to this movie. And I liked it so much I wanted to grab the limited vintage edition from Dorado. See, or Dorado. Yeah, there's a lot of different companies that team up to... I feel like the Mediabooks, they kind of pull their sources from different companies. Say like Shout Factory that's already released a transfer. They'll grab that. And then they'll grab like Shout Factory... did a special feature on something, they'll grab that, and then, you know, so they just pull different things from companies that maybe own the rights to them, to the features of the movie, and then they'll use them for their media books. So if that makes any sense, I don't know. American Psycho, another super cool one, thick, love that though. Love this one as well. There's so many so cool ones. The Funhouse, look how cool that is. Love it. Dario Argento's Opera. I've owned this one for a long time. Never opened it, and I'm glad I didn't, because now we have the Scorpion release. Alright. So these are super rad. This is an example of me being a dumbass and spending $300 on 3 media books. And I gotta be careful, because these are sealed, and I feel like some of them might have a loose disc. But anyways, Tales from the Crypt. I'm not sure what cover this is, but awesome release. Tales from the Crypt. And these are the exact same, this is the entire series, by the way. And they were put out by, I'm not sure. There's no real name on the back of this one, it's strange. But, cover 2. And then my favorite cover of all 3 of them. It's just the most comic booky, super cool. Again, my favorite TV show of all time is this show here, so I had to grab these, keep them sealed for collector purposes. And then we have Dead Zone, Stephen King's Dead Zone. Cook Media. And guys, if I had time, I would open them all up, but I just have so fucking many of them that I just don't have time. Awesome one, Bronson Ted to Midnight. The Gate 2. Wicked Vision, awesome company. And Wicked Vision, you can tell it's a Wicked Vision release by the eyeball. It's like a standard sleeve thing they do. Hammer House of Horror, awesome release. Gene Rollins collection. I forget the name of this movie. It's all in German, so. Something about sex and terror with the vampires, maybe? And then number 2 on this line. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of these that I just completely forget. Pete Walker collection, so I guess this is, I don't know, one of his films. Sorry guys, I don't know. All these German titles. Another one in the Gene Roland collection. These ones are all limited too. I know this one. This is The Iron Rose, and I love this movie so much. It's so good. So good. Rotz the Zombies! Such cool cover artwork. That's a good film too. It's a lot of fun. NSM Records. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just stop talking and just keep showing. Too much energy is being expended for nothing. Limited to 444. Great movie. NSM Records. Another great movie. Paratrooper, also known as Scarecrows. So good. NSM Records, 333 edition. Here's the alternate title. Paratrooper. Scarecrows. That's how I'll do it. NSM Records and 84 Entertainment are my two favorite companies. I love that cover artwork. It's so good. Love that cover artwork. That fucking cover artwork. Beautiful. And the more you open these two, the more wear gets to the creases. So I don't recommend opening them that often, personally, but to each their own. I mean, if you want to buy a movie and watch the shit out of it, that's totally understandable. You own that shit, you paid for it. But for me, I really like the collectible aspect of it, so I really like to keep them just... And I'm not like a fucking... what do you call it? Scalper. I just like to keep my shit fresh. There we go. Nice new case. Alright. 84 Entertainment, another great company. Frankenstein 80. Awesome. So fucking vintage. Another awesome, badass. The Guyver. This movie's amazing. Limited to 500. Split Second, starring Rutger Hauer. Code Red or Scorpion's putting that out soon. Love this movie so much. Another great cover. Incredible Melting Man. Classic cover. Another amazing cover. Some of these are kind of like, because they're in racks, it's not the best spot. Ideally, these should be on a shelf, but because I don't have much space, I work with what I can. Go. Nice collector. It's a cool cover, though. Nice ass. I want one. Awesome, Just Before Dawn. Love that movie too. Actually have my Code Red release coming in the mail now. Frankenstein. Andy Warhol's, that is. I never ended up grabbing his, I think, Dracula. But I did end up getting this one. CMV Laser Vision's a pretty cool company too. Another limited to 333 print. Love it. The Unnameable. I love that cover artwork. Back artwork, so creepy. Amazing. This movie's so fucked up. Number 551. Deadly Spawn, also known as Cosmo Killer. So cool. Macabro. Revenge of the Living Dead, also known as Zeter. I always forget the name of this. Comment if you know. I love that cover artwork. It's so cool. Eyeball, maybe? Yeah, it's Eyeball. I don't know how I just remembered that, but... Alright, so this is, yeah, it's a Mediabook. Put out by X, I think, or... These were the worst, these like plastic covers that I got. They're terrible. Dr. Giggles. And at one point, I guess I ran out of these Mediabook size things and I was half-assing. They're like all ripped and shit. I get shit on a lot by the dudes in the 22 Shots because I own this movie, but you know what? I used to watch this movie with my uncle every time I went to Florida, so I enjoy it, and I wanted it on a Mediabook, so 87 out of 333. So Italian. Then I got these rad Season 1 and Season 2 Masters of Horror, limited to 444. I was really psyched to have gotten these. Super rad. And then we have really cool Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They shit on me for this one as well, but I love this movie. It's so bad, it's great. Love that. Limited to 333. Alright guys, that takes care of the first rack. move on to the second and final. I'm gonna blast through these. I don't want to be here all night. So, great movie, Where. Love it so much. Check it out. It's really, really good. Modern, too. Amazing. Toxic Avenger Mediabook. So great. I love it. Slithis Mediabook. Gutter Balls with the Exorcist cover. So cool. There were a few of those that were released. Bloody Bodybuilder in Hell. Amazing cover artwork. 396 out of 500. Some of these are dusty as all hell. Amazing People Under the Stairs. Phantasm 3. Bad Taste. Super rare media book. Factory sealed. That artwork. So rad. Another great movie, Wither. This is like what? The dude who directed Dead Snow did this. It's kind of like a Norwegian answer to Evil Dead, I think. It's really good. Another classic media book here, Amok Train. Love this movie. Evil Ed. Then I have some of my Friday the 13th media books. Part 1, love that cover artwork. Axe in the pillowcase, so sick. And then these are like, the next 2 through 5 are the same like style. Paramount released them, I think, Paramount UK. Super cool. Number 3. Love the artwork on these. 4. Love that, Jason. Part 5. And we have a thick one. Beyond Reanimator. Really cool. These aren't media books, so I'm going to skip them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Subconscious Cruelty, really awesome. The Dark Half. They're awesome one. They all have the same style, you know, that like vibrant, almost neon look. Favorite movie of all time, Dawn of the Dead. Happy to have that media book. Pitchfork, a more modern one. I haven't seen this one yet. I heard it wasn't very good though. Love this cover artwork for Cut and Run. This is a newer one. I just got this. Quiet Place in the Country. Diabolic. Classic. Giallo look. 70s, Italy. American Rickshaw. I haven't watched that one yet. I want to check it out. I don't believe I own that movie on any other format. Roger Corman. Humanoids from the Deep. I was going to say Creature from the Black Lagoon. Humanoids from the Deep. Also going to be released by Scream Factory in a Steelbook. Classic movie. Alright. Then I have some weird, like... They're like mini hard boxes, so I'm going to not include those. Vampire Lovers. Amazing. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Amazing. One of my favorites right here. Very rare. Although I think they're going to be releasing this, re-releasing it. Nameless to 333 Terrifier. I love this. Love this movie too. Great. Then we have The Devil's Rock, great movie as well. NSM Records release. Another one of my favorite movies, Maniac. Love that cover artwork. And then I have another zombie media book. Love it. And then we're going to round this off with the Mother of Tears, Argento. Be careful. Some of them are starting to peel a little bit. I got to keep them all in those sleeve things. This one's sweet as well. Inferno. Beautiful release. And these things scratch easy. They scratch like a steelbook, so you really have to be careful. Alright, sorry guys, I didn't realize that was the last one that I have on the shelf, on the rack. So, thank you for watching this video. I know it was long, and I know I kind of just stopped talking midway through, but it's just a lot of shit to go through. So I hope you enjoyed. That's my media book collection. So catch you guys on the flip side. Stay tuned for another video soon. Peace.